Hey Aries, welcome to your March love reading. We're going to jump right on in here and see what is going on in the month of March in the topic of love for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For those of you who don't know, I do a love reading in the beginning of the month. I do a mid-month love update, and then every single week I do forecasts for everything besides love. So like career, money, family, life, spiritual development. I do weekly readings about that. So check out those readings after this one on this channel if you would like. But we're going to see in this video what's going on in love for Aries. So the cards are kind of stuck. Some of you may be having a hard time making a decision. You may be at some kind of a crossroads because the cards are, well, now they're moving a little bit more smoothly. So we're going to see what is going on for Aries in the month of March. We're going to pull 5 cards, and then after we're done looking at these 5 cards, I'm going to pull an angel message from a different deck and see what's going on there. Okay, so your first card here, Aries, this is really good. You have the World card coming up. And so this is going to be different things for different ones of you. Anytime we have a major arcana card come up, it's letting us know that you're at a really crucial time in your life where things are about to shift, where you're being redirected in some way. In a love reading, it could definitely mean that you're dealing with a very high-level soulmate, or a very high-level soulmate is about to come in. When I see the World card, it makes me feel like something is coming to completion, but a happy completion, right? Some cards we might see it's completion and it's bittersweet, or there's sadness. Like we could get 10 of Swords and that's letting us know something is ending, or we could get the Death card and that's letting us know something is ending, but we know that there's going to be some discomfort sometimes with that. The World card, not so much. The World card would be like, landing a huge job you've been trying to get to, or reaching a certain career goal that you've been trying to hit, or graduating school, or it could be anything. It could be like, maybe you were applying for citizenship or something, or trying to get your papers to go to a different country. It's those types of things ending, but like in a happy way, like being completed. For me, when I see the World card, there's some kind of completion that's happening. So something that you've been working towards in your love life, it's happening. For some of you, maybe you're finally able to end a relationship that was really toxic, or get rid of an ex that was really bothering you. Or maybe some of you have been trying really hard to get a divorce for a really long time, and that's happening. Some of you are being freed up in some way. Some of you are finally overcoming some kind of insecurity that's been holding you back, and you're really ready to go out there, to like just be seen and to get to know people and to just really be out in the open. Some of you are getting a sense of travel. I am feeling that. Some of you are getting to travel, and some of you are going to be finding love as a result of these travels, right? But this is a general reading, so it's going to be different for different ones of you. Overall, Aries, the overall energy here is that you're going to be shining. Like this is your time. This is your moment. You're calling in a really high vibrational love, and you're calling in a very high vibrational soulmate. Okay, sometimes we have soulmates that are low vibe or bring in a lot of pain, but you're calling in something very high vibrational. Your next card here is King of Water. And so for me personally, in my readings, when I see King of Water, I associate that with like the marriage card. Okay, so either if you are considered in that masculine energy, you're coming into being that King of Water. If you're in the feminine energy seeking a masculine energy, then you're calling in that King of Water coming into your life. For me, like I said, every reader has different relationships with the cards. I tend to see King of Water or Queen of Water, and that to me is like a marriage card. So maybe you're not looking for like traditional marriage. Maybe you just want like companionship or whatever it might be. You're calling in that level of commitment. The thing that I find very interesting to me is you have the World card followed by the King of Water card. And one of the meanings of King of Water is someone who is very well traveled, somebody who's very good with different cultures. So some of you may really be, preparing to start a life with a person in a different country. Some of you may be just, being able to share experiences with someone who's very open-minded, very cultured, very wise, very giving, very generous. Maybe some of you are being given an opportunity to travel through this person. Maybe somebody's taking you on these trips or whatever it might be. But overall, King of Water is definitely an energy of generosity. And so maybe some of you Aries, maybe you've been the type that's always had to fix everything or always had to handle everything for everybody else or hold things together, and you're finally calling in an energy of somebody who's bringing in support and somebody who's taking care of you. So if you've been in this energy where you're like, man, like I'm always running around taking care of everybody, maybe that's what the World card is for you. Maybe you're learning not to do that. Maybe you're learning not to run around and rescue everybody all the time, and as a result you're calling in somebody who can come in and step in and be that generous King of Water towards you and be giving towards you. Whatever it is though, I feel Aries, a lot of you are coming into just this energy of feeling taken care of. And I don't mean this like in a weak way or in a lazy way, because we know Aries, you all are very, very independent. We know that you all can be very, competitive within like yourselves. You're always trying like to do more or do better. But sometimes that can be very exhausting. And so you're longing or searching for somebody who's going to be taking care of you. So some of you are finding that person who's giving you a sense of like they're coming in and they're being nurturing or generous with you in some way. Or some of you are just coming more into your own generous energies, okay? It can go either way. Maybe some of you feel like, well, I could be more giving or I could do more. Everybody's on a different journey. This is a general reading. People are in different stages, so it's not going to be the same for every single person. If you are cross-watching, I typically don't address cross-watchers, but if you are cross-watching for an Aries you had dealt with, I feel this is showing up for the cross watchers, saying that this Aries realizes how much you tried to do for them, or they realize now how much you were giving. Maybe at the time they didn't appreciate it, but they do now, right? And so maybe now they're feeling like you're the one to beat, or that if they found someone like you again, they would be more appreciative towards it, or they would be more aware of it. Maybe they weren't aware before, and now they're like, man, I need that, or I want that, and if I had that chance, boy, would I appreciate it. Boy, would I do things differently. Okay, I don't typically address cross watchers, but that came in to say. King of Fire, Aries, this is you. This is that fire energy. Look how funny that is. You had King of Water followed by King of Fire. Okay, so some of you are really coming into that strong fire energy, right? You're coming into that really strong fire energy, and so I think some of you are learning from this King of Water. King of Water and King of Fire are two very powerful energies. Some of you are having to choose between a water sign and a fire sign. Some of you are learning to marry the water and fire attributes. King of Water, like we said, is very generous, very giving, very cultured, very, high society in that way. King of Fire is the self-made man. King of Fire was not born into royalty. He saw a need for the people and he rose to action. So everything he has, he had to work for, he had to fight. He's very, very in the moment, very in the action, very in the now. So maybe some of you are balancing out that impulse and that drive with some of like just the more chill aspects of the King of Water. Some of you are having to choose, like I said, between a water sign and a fire sign. Some of you are having two different options coming up for you, or ahead for you. I do feel overall, Aries, a lot of you are getting more heart-centered. More heart-centered. You're abandoning any sense of the negative ego that was maybe poisoning your love life in the past. And I don't mean that in a negative way, like, oh, you have a big ego. We all have negative ego. I don't care what sign you are. I don't care how healed you are. Everybody has some aspect of negative ego that comes up from time to time, and that tells us that we need to do more, or what we have isn't enough, or we're not good enough, or whatever it might be. And so I think a lot of you Aries are learning to come out of that headspace and come into the heart. Come into the heart, right? The passion, the emotional intimacy, the joy, the happiness. A lot of you Aries are seeking what is near and dear in your heart. You're taking actions towards those things, and you're opening doors for greater love in the process. But some of you are in a bit of a pickle. Some of you are heading into a third-party situation. And if that is the case, I would just say, remember what the King of Water has done for you before you run off with the King of Fire or risk something. And that's for a select few of you, not for all of you, but for some of you, there's a great level of temptation coming in. Okay, so next we have 8 of Fire. Lots of fire, Aries. You're coming into that fire energy. The strong, positive aspects of being a fire sign. You're coming into those higher vibrational aspects of being a fire sign. 8 of Fire is great because you're finally moving forward. Maybe some of you are having to make a choice and make a decision between somebody who is very passionate, very goal-oriented versus somebody who's very caring. Or maybe it's 2 aspects within yourself that you've been trying to blend and you've been stuck. But 8 of Fire is saying not only is some decision being made, once it's made, things are moving forward very, very quickly. It's like boom, pow, all of a sudden things are happening. So what was stuck is stuck no more. All you have to do is make a decision. And once you decide, things are beginning to happen with great speed. Okay, some of you are hearing news that you've been waiting on. Some of you are hearing a decision that you've been waiting on so that you can go be with someone. Some of you are waiting to hear back from somebody from the past that you've known was going to be returning, and they may be returning or reaching out to you in some way. But 8 of Fire is very much communication. It's about things moving forward, like things are beginning to happen in very fast ways. All right, and next we have 3 of Air. And 3 of Air is sadness. It could even be betrayal. It could be disappointment. So this is what I think is happening. Okay? I think a lot of you Aries are preparing to move on to a new relationship. And like this is it. It's getting serious. And in that aspect, you know, and maybe for some of you, this is a new person. Maybe you're watching this and you're single and there's nobody in the moment that you're watching this, but somebody's coming along in March. And maybe this next part may not happen till about April, but I feel this is what's happening. A lot of you are meeting somebody and the relationship is becoming serious, or a current relationship is beginning the next phase. And as a result, either an ex from your past has been watching you and is reaching out to ask you to reconsider and to give them another chance. Or you are thinking about somebody who you're like, well, I want to be with this new person and I care about them and I love them, but I need to know where I stand with somebody else first. And maybe some of you are reaching out more like to get closure or to say sorry, but maybe some of you are reaching out because you're trying to double check, like, maybe do I still have a chance with this person? Would they take me back? Or should I move forward with this new opportunity for commitment? Or it could be the roles reversed. Some of you Aries might have an ex from the past reaching out to you and saying, hey, I'm about to get married, or I'm about to move in with somebody, but, you know, before I do that, I kind of want to know where I stand with you, or if you would consider giving me another chance. And you might be like, what the heck? Like, why are you reaching out to me if you're all serious with this person and you didn't like give me a commitment from before? Like, that's not necessarily good news. But I feel that whatever this is, 3 of Air, this disappointment, it's happening because you are being shown the truth before you make a mistake. Some truth is being revealed to you. Your angels and guides are stepping in and they're showing a truth to you. They're revealing a truth to you because they're wanting to help you be with the right person, right? Like you might be torn. You might be very torn. And for some of you, the answer might not be, the answer for some of you might be neither one of these two, right? The answer for some of you might not be either one of these. And your angels and guides are saying, pursue your passion. Pursue your passion. Your answer is going to be in your passion. Let's pull a clarifier. What is this Three of Air about, or this Three of Swords? Why is this here? Messenger of water. So this would be like Knight of Cups. Okay, this is a new love. This is a new love. So some of you are going to break somebody's heart and it's making you sad. Okay, I think some of you are walking away from previous choices to go on a new journey. And some of you are upset because maybe you put a lot of work into making this happen. Like maybe you feel like you put a lot of work into getting somebody back or getting somebody to move forward with you, and you're receiving it. And then after you receive it, you're like, oh, but then somebody else is coming in. Don't feel bad because like I said, your angels and guides are trying to show you the right path for you. Right? Some truth is being revealed to you so that you don't make a mistake. So don't go into a commitment feeling like, well, I spent so long trying to get this that, oh, this is what I should be doing. Your angels and guides are trying to show you signs that maybe, they're trying to open the doors for you to have the healthy love that you're looking for and that you're deserving. Some cycles are about to come to an end, remember? Some cycles are about to come to an end. And although you're calling in that healthy energy, right? Although you're calling in that generous energy, you want to be sure that you're with the right person, that you're not just with somebody because they're doing the right thing. If nothing else, it's just letting you know that you're raising the bar, you're bringing in a higher energy, a better aspect of partner, right? But you also, at the same time, you need to have the passion. Where did the Eight of Wands go? You need to have the passion. So maybe you're with someone and they're a really good person, but you're not feeling the passion, right? And somebody else is coming along and they want to bring you the love and the passion. This messenger of water wants to come along and bring you the love and the passion, right? So just, I feel like your angels and guides are trying to walk you through your love life right now. I feel like they're trying to give you messages. I feel like, a lot of you have been wanting stability and you're very close to it, but in the same time, you might be settling in some way or about to settle, and your angels and guides don't want that to happen. Some of you are in an existing relationship and you're not going to be breaking up or anything like that, but there's certain aspects of the relationship that are going to need to be changed. And so as a result of that, it could be looking at the truth of the situation. And some of it could be just looking at truth about yourself that might feel a little bit unsettling, that might bring some sadness, but it's all happening. Messages are coming. Messenger of water. Spirit is bringing you messages about your love life and how to improve it and how to make it better. And intuitively, something that's jumping out at me is the seahorse, as she's looking at the seahorse. Seahorse for me is a symbol of fathers. Of fathers. So and that's just something for me personally. I'm not sure if that's something that like you would find if you looked up, like seahorse spirit guide, if it would say something about father energy. I'm sure there's all kinds of different takes on it, and seahorse might mean something else different for you. So don't let my interpretation of it replace whatever you think of when you see seahorse, because whatever you think of seahorse is your message for you. But messenger of water, some of you might be clearing out some energies with some father energies. Some father issues or things are clearing out that have been affecting your love life negatively. Okay, maybe some of you are about to be a father. Maybe some of you are letting somebody know that they're about to be a father, and there could be some worry over that as well. Okay, but understand and know that all things are happening in divine time and truths are being revealed. And, you know, everything is happening in a way, like, you can reach out to your angels and guides to guide you and to help you into how to maneuver. This is going to be different for different ones of you, but I feel lots of heavy emotions are coming to the surface in March. And I feel that as you work through this and pay attention to the signs and the messages, you know, it's ultimately leading you to your happiness. Let's pull the angel card and have the angel card tie things together for us here. And see what the message is with the angel card. Healing family issues. Yeah, something with the father or father figure is coming to light. Okay? And I know you're like, well, this is supposed to be a love reading. Why are we talking about all this stuff? Because for some of you, stuff is affecting your love life. And it's coming to the light so it can be dealt with it. It says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So maybe some of you have some things you need to forgive your father about, or maybe there's some things you need to forgive your mother about, or there's some things that you feel like, you know, maybe your mom did that pushed your dad away, or whatever it might be. There's something here from childhood that's being cleared. Okay, maybe for some of you, you're very excited and you're moving forward in a relationship, but you feel like your parents aren't supporting it. Or maybe you're having this epiphany. This just came to me intuitively. I just heard it. I think some of you are having this epiphany that you haven't been happy in your love life because you've been trying to choose people that you think your family is going to be happy with, but it's not really what you want or who you want. There's different scenarios. It's going to be different for different ones of you, but something is happening with healing family issues. Some of you are with someone right now that you have a family with, and maybe you're upset because they're not stepping up and they're not being the parent you need them to be. They're not being the parent that you want them to be for your children. But this whole thing is maybe showing you a mirror into some things that maybe need to be healed or resolved from your childhood, from your relationship with your parent or parents. Okay, so something is happening so this can be cleared so that it can bring in healing before you can move on from this situation or move into a higher level of it, or to move into, like, you know, moving past it into like a happier stage of it. So something is being brought to your attention to heal and to release. Watch your moon sign and rising sign videos too, because that's going to bring more information. And don't forget the weekly forecasts. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do. There is a Calendly link in the description of the video, which will take you to all the different readings that I offer. Unfortunately, guys, I am booked until May. I announced a sale a little over a week ago, and people booked like crazy, and I had no way of anticipating that. So there's some things I can't really read for myself, but you know, so I do apologize for the wait. I'm gonna try to work as fast as I can to open up space faster, but as of right now, the wait is until May. My Patreon people who are already on, you guys are not gonna have to wait until May. You guys are still gonna get your monthly readings, as promised. I have Patreon time set aside. And I do the card of the day on the social media for those of you who do like to follow that. That's still going to be happening, and the pick of cards are still going to be happening. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be part of your journey. Take care.